As of November 28, 2020, there have been a total cases of 62,545,494 cases of COVID-19. As the year goes by, the total cases have been rising because of the weather, making it a possibility of a second wave to reality. With many countries responding to the pandemic, there have been many responses implementing the IoT or the Internet of Things, which allows easier use of responding and helping many people. According to the article Was the Internet of Things by Matt Burgess, the Internet of Things is a network of electronic devices that are connected to each other by exchanging data over the Internet. Hello, my name is Euodia Shim, and this is my question. Should the United States of America follow other countries' response in its response to COVID-19 regarding the use of the Internet of Things? I believe that the United States should follow other countries in areas where the response or part of that response is deemed useful so that it can be used in the country. One area that has been affected by COVID-19 is the healthcare area. Through the healthcare area, many people have been using video conferencing and digital monitoring to help other people where they're far. According to applications of digital technology in COVID-19, pandemic planning and response, a journal by Whitelaw and many more authors, video conferencing and digital monitoring has been seen in Australia, Canada, China, Ireland, and the US. It is used again to help others who are far and who can't access the hospitals or medical area with face-to-face. And according to the article Digital Technology and COVID-19 written by Lawrence, Karen, and other authors, another tool are chatbots, which are used to assist healthcare workers. It is used to answer questions that people ask when healthcare workers can't provide them the answers. It also allows them to diagnose early symptoms of COVID-19 and again help others. Whitelaw also says that in China there is a cloud-based AI-assisted CT service in China, which I believe will greatly benefit for America because it allows it diagnoses CT scans in seconds while also differentiating COVID-19 symptoms from the various lung diseases, which speed up the diagnostic process significantly. In the table in the right, you can see that there are different responses with showing which countries have used those. And you can see that in the bottom that what I talked about is shown, and it shows the disadvantages, which I will talk about later. The effects of using these IoT devices is that it has increased the spread. The IoT devices used have been seen in many countries and overall increased in a lot. And you can see that it is used to limit the spread so that the cases are smaller. In this graph or map, you can see that the mobile subscriptions have increased in areas where more cases have been found. And in bottom graph, you can see that the increase for IoT have increased over time, and in the future, it is most likely to be even more increased. Another area is tracking and tracing, where many countries use this. These countries include Taiwan, Singapore, China, Sweden, and the US. And technologies such as wearable technology or smartphones are used to track and trace people. And this picture here, you can see how the process of using the smartphones and data are used to alert other people who have been near affected individuals, which shows that these data and are the data are used to limit and spread and warn others. In this table, you can see that the many IoT devices that are used, but all of them, one thing that links them all together is one con, which is privacy and security. One drawback is privacy. Privacy, when using the IoT devices, privacy is affected greatly as a big amount of data is shared with others and the public. With many people using phones and like transportable devices, there can only cause more data to be shared. According to a journal, major requirements for building smart homes and smart cities based on Internet of Things technologies by Terrence K.L. Hu et al. Security systems such as the SAML, which is the Security Assertion Markup Language, or info cards, can provide strong security for big devices or networks, but they said that it cannot support small devices, which are basically smartphones or smartwatches. And if we cannot implement those security systems, then most likely privacy is risked and shared, which most people obviously do not like. Most people worry about that. And if America can implement these security systems into the devices, more likely that people will accept this idea and make it more safer for the people. In this table, you can see how the data of people, and you can see how much data is shared and where they're shared to, making it more unreliable as people are worried about their data, and anything can happen to this data as it is just roaming around. Overall, though, America should follow and learn from other countries to make the responses that limit COVID-19 successfully and suitable for the country, with learning the drawbacks and using it to good use by making it better. People will be able to rely on government. They will feel more safe, and overall, it will just be better. That was it, and thank you.
And I do have a couple questions for you. All right, so first question. Tell me about your sources. How valid were they, and then how did you know that they were valid?
Most of my sources were from journals, like scientific journals and studies from universities, or like professors from universities. One of them was from an article, like a news article, but it was just saying what the Internet of Things was, like what it is, which is a network of electronic devices.
And what advice would you have for somebody who did some research on this topic in the future?
My advice, for me, it was kind of hard because since it was relatively new, but there was a lot of information on this because it's worldwide. And the advice I would give is when looking things up, I would recommend to like specify which ones, like what part of COVID-19 you're looking for, as there's a lot related to so many things that it might be hard for them to find what they want.